Okay, hope now it's better. Hey Kentaro, thank you very much to notice that I was muted. Oh my goodness. Windows, such a Windows. Right. So I was I was talking that offline I did quite a bit of work and welded up everything here. Our storage room, it has now all the let me actually scroll the time a little bit because we never worked on lighting here, and that's not good. Actually, I want a morning. Can I have morning, please? Thank you. So, all our storage stuff welded up, filled up with different blocks. I tried to reuse and utilize as much blocks as possible. Looks not bad, looks a bit immersive. This jiggly wiggly crane is also here, and I was afraid that it might be broken after saving load, but no, it's fine. It's still jiggly wiggly, so we are good here. Also, we've built that catwalk stuff on top of our control room, which looks something like this, and it's quite a thin. After we finish this wall, it will work better and will look better, I believe, because now it's quite looks like an open space there and empty space, and that's not good. Anyways, we have a nice fireplace that that's actually our last version of mining ship, and Yep, the cave is beautiful. The only problem with it is it's huge. I definitely overestimate my my ability to utilize space. It's kinda, we covered like fourth of it from the front, and also if we take a look, there is a vertical access in this cave. That's why I selected it, but here is a nice hall that we can use as a additional entrance later on, but it's bloody huge. And in Space Engineers 2, it takes just a ridiculous amount of time to build stuff, exactly because you can decorate it, you can make it beautiful, and you want to make it beautiful each time. And that takes time. Anyways, what we're gonna do today? Last piece that we built last time is that little office space for our storage workers. A lot of seats, a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that looks like a computer to place in front of them. But anyways, here is our manager office with nice view on everything around. But in general, that stuff should be closed, and we can imagine that workers can get from the bottom using this ladder. Came here to operators, order some stuff, talk with them, then go here, grab some stuff that they need, and return back to the work. Nice thin. Here is our corridor that will be an access for the rest of the base when we close this high security space. But before we go any further building our base towards the deepness of the cave, I think we should do something with this middle layer. We have 2 blocks high layer here and 1 block high level here, and I thought that we can utilize it as some kind of technical floor, technical bay, and that's what I want to do today, because next it's gonna be nice to actually add some lighting, because as you've seen, it's pretty dark at night, and that's not good in general. So yeah, that's our plan for today, and I managed to collect a little bit of resources, so I hope it's gonna be enough. 3,000 kilograms of iron and almost 72 of silicon, so it should be fine. And it takes just ridiculous amount of time, because as you see, our iron mine is 8th already, which means that 7 deposits were mined completely, and here Unchemic deposits are pretty decent, pretty sufficient, and anyways, it takes a lot of time. By the way, that should be silicon mine 2, I believe. Anyways, let's back to work here, shall we? The most problem I kinda see with this place is that we need to somehow build it to these windows, which we cannot do in easy way, so we might be forced to do that in a hard way. Alright, so I don't wanna build it from blocks, firstly to save resources, and secondly because it's gonna take a lot of time. So this stuff probably gonna be our main attachment point, which means we shall start with these guys. Can I? Yep, I can put it here, which is magnificent, and all the way along, like that. Now, back to the full size. And of course we see this problem already. Maybe I shouldn't use these guys. Let's try. What if we go just like that? And of course we don't have corner walls, but what we have in terms of corners is these guys. Yep, here we go. Nope, and something like that. Yeah, we can go like this. We can go like this, but it might look silly here. Anyways, I think that's the way to go. So, let's put more walls here. Just for the sake of it. And we should be able to accomplish it here somehow, to finish it there. Or it might be not necessary. For these guys, we're probably gonna go with half walls all the way to there. Yep, like that. And by the way, we can do... Come on. Could you please find the right place? Yeah, here we go. We could go like this. That shall be better. Okay, if I might work there then and try to fill this space, but for now we're gonna go like that. I don't think that that's a huge stuff. To not make it too uniform, let's use a little bit of these guys. And saying a little bit, I mean something like that. I don't want to move it through all the construction, because that's not going to be good. Jetpack mod for a seed that basically does... Oh, you know, Kintaro, I'm kinda... I have some doubts about this idea with jetpacks, because on the one hand, jetpack based on a seed battery is a lot more... Hey Arthur, no, nothing yet. You're early today. So, Kintaro, back to our talk about jetpacks. On the one hand, it's a lot more. Let's say it. A lot forgiven for the player when you have jetpack based on a battery. On the other, though, that might be a huge problem when you run out of power in space or in some mine, because you cannot use tools without power. You're slowly dying, at least for now, without power. And you can't use your jetpack to get back to the base. So you're basically screwed up. Sorry. No, actually, Arthur, you're early because what? My other computer just to see. Oh, I see. You're working on a update on Icarus on your main PC. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, let's go back to the business. So I'm not sure that I really looking forward this backpack system. It might be not exactly the stuff that I wanna see here. And in the first Space Engineers also. Key. On the other hand, though, ability to quickly fly on a jetpack and have 2 speeds is great, and the fact that on a first speed you cannot damage your character is great also, because that was a huge pain for newbies, and Arthur can actually confirm that. That dying from hitting something using jetpack is not fun. Not fun at all. Alright, do I want to continue this pattern? I'm not sure yet. I might rather go with maybe something like this approach. We can cover that stuff. We cannot put it there. Oh, I don't mean our that playthrough on an alien planet. I mean in general. All right. We might utilize this space for something like lights and so on. Yeah. So, let's continue building our sailing here. Yep, all the way there, like that. Nice. It's not gonna work for lighting for this hangar stuff, obviously. Actually, it might. We have a few stuff here that might show something.
Suit energy low.
Key. Yeah, that what I mean, because I built currently a ship and it is like 50% done, but went to refuel like 100 times. Well, yep. The thing is that in recent updates in Space Engineers 1, they dramatically decreased spacesuit capacity in terms of hydrogen. I have no clue why, because, I mean, we're basically forced to use bottles, and if you wanna kind of work on a ship a little bit more than 5 minutes, you have to use several bottles, which leads to wasting a lot of space in inventory, and which leads to the situation where you simply go and increase your suit backpack capacity, which is quite strange. Yeah, and at the end, your character can kind of fly with several metric tons and in its inventory, and that's crazy, but you know. You know what? I reconsider that. I'm not gonna go like that. Instead, we're gonna go with something like this approach. This guy here, and then because too much grades, too much of them. Okay, I might actually wait a second. We can do something like, if we don't need it here, we can just simply do something like this, and it might look okay-ish. Of course, I have not enough steel plates. That's nothing new. I don't think that it is a good idea to have glass on the technical bay. Obviously, inside the technical bay, yeah. Can we fit more of those? We could, but it will completely block this layer. However, if we put it like that, or even like, yeah, that might do the trick for stuff like this. We can build whole tunnels of that stuff. That will be a little bit of a problem when we need to turn somewhere, and we have a little bit of a problem here already, but that's fine. That's fine, I believe. Okay, let's do something like that. That's a technical bay after all, you know, and that's a space base, so nothing crazy here. Yes, in a server. I'm on got character inventory lacks 6 ticks, but well, it's also probably a me problem because I hate to have bottles in inventory. Oh yeah, I totally understand you, because that's a huge pain in this. You need to manage them, refill them, and do other shenanigans like that, and that takes time and effort. And also bottles, they are not realistic, let's be honest. That's why for my playthrough, as you might notice in our playthrough together, I prefer to not use backpack at all. But on the other hand, I totally understand why people like use it, because it's so bloody convenient, and we don't have a lot of structures. I mean, it's probably gonna be less of a problem in Space Engineers 2, because you can utilize all the space, build nice stuff all the way around. Even if you don't have suitable blocks, you can design it yourself, and that would be better. But it's not like a toggle, to be honest. Here, it's mostly like you're gonna use just another resource to do that. But you know, actually, in 1G gravity that we have here, that's just a lot oversimplified. I mean, using just energy to fly, because, yeah, the proper way would be, in my humble opinion, of course, is that something like impedance system, because in that game, in space, you have how it's called, jetpack, yeah, to fly, but on the planets it works like a jump pack, so it can help you to jump somewhere, but it will not hold you in air. It's basically the same stuff like we can do in Space Engineers, just with turning off our how it's called, this mod. My goodness, hey, I forgot all the words today. Yeah, this mod, but in this case it doesn't work at all. In Space Engineers 1 it works, because you can turn off wait a second. Yeah, here it doesn't work at all. Alright, never mind. I mean that mode that turns on and off by Z button. Yeah. In Space Engineers 1, if you turn off dampeners, here is that mod. Yeah, remembered, finally recalled this word. If you turn it off, dampeners, you can jump. Your jetpack will assist you, but you cannot easily be in air, and that's a lot more realistic and sufficient approach for planets, I believe. So I would like to see the system like that, but it's probably never happen, let's be honest, because Space Engineers 2 totally kind of dedicated towards new players, towards simplifying stuff, and they can get why. That's expected. But anyways, that's a little bit sad on the other hand, because, you know, Space Engineers has its charm because of its complexity,
Inventory full.
which Arthur probably not gonna agree with this statement. Yes, he started his journey in Space Engineers recently, and that wasn't an easy one. But from the keen perspective of things, I totally understand why they go this way. Because, you know, their company, they should make money, and if your game is overcomplicated and it's hard to get players in, yeah, you're not gonna get a lot of money. And for company, it's not good. And I wish all the best for Keen, because they make magnificent games. Okay, we almost finished that. Now, unfortunately, we not have any ladders yet. So, how this floor should be accessible? That's the very good question. Oh. And we don't have that stuff here. All right. Well, let's continue our pattern from the opposite side, like that, and something like this. Good. Alrighty. Yeah, now I have the problem accessing this floor already. Ah. We could maybe build some access somewhere. I don't think that we can fit it here, though. But we could fit it somewhere else. We really don't have any ladders. We don't have any ladders here, and that's probably because there are no claiming mechanic yet. All right. Ladder on a technical bay from control center seems too silly even for me. So we probably shall think about this place. And making a ladder here all the way up. Alright, where is my ladder? We can utilize this corner, can't we? Something like that. Then, of course, you're not gonna be put like this. But yeah, that's not good. It shall be a little bit like that. And now this, something like that. Actually, do we need full catwalks here? I don't know. Let's test with the half ones. Yep, we need a lot more of these guys. Oh, and it's gonna be nice to order some. Because I run out of it sooner or later, and that's not the way to go. Okie dokie. Now. Come on. Let's do this. Okie dokie. So good so far. Let's try to add a few of these guys. Like that. And of course you're not gonna fit here. That's not a huge surprise, but we probably could... No, we can not use it. And we don't have any other options. So... Alright, let's try to weld at least this guy. What? I don't have a single tube? That was a strange stuff. Alright. In this case, no other options. Let's just continue. Okie-dokie. Aha, I see. That guy, I mean, this guy should be higher. Should be higher. Something like that, I believe. Should be its position to there. That guy should be also one block higher, otherwise we're not gonna reach needed space here. Or oh no, we're fine.
Suit energy low.
Suit energy low. What a nice surprise. Okay, let's go grab some. Yeah, I also thought about putting more of these survival kits all the way around. And that might be not a silly stuff to do. Because flying all the way back is not great, but when we finish covering all the stuff, that become even worth. Actually, wait a second. We can do something like that and just accomplish it with one of these, like that. That should be good enough. Now, let's see. I never welded completely, did I? No, I did. Look at that. It's easy to navigate here, and it's actually possible to navigate there. So that might be the way to go. Because those full catwalks looks just strange in terms of that position. So let's accomplish it like that. And put a little bit more of these guys. Should go... Oops, nope. You actually should go here. While that guy should go there. Yep, here we go. Now few more... Oopsie daisy. Few more ways up and we should be good. Okay. Missed that stuff. I mean, yeah, that one. Let's try to put it like there where it belongs. And the next ladder shall solve our little problem with access here. Obviously, it's gonna be nice to have more ways or technical bay to be accessed than just one ladder, but you know. Okie dokie. That, yeah, steel plates. Obviously, it's steel plates. Here we go. Good. Now. Let's do that. Here I might be using this approach. Because I'm more than sure that there it would be a ladder. It would be glass covered stuff. Alright, and from now on, can we just do something like that? Oh. We have a real problem here. Why so? We used all the stuff there. We might get this guy one block higher. And that probably would be a good stuff to do. Yeah. Sorry. You see, we need to get to this level, which means we shall get
Inventory full.
50 centimeters somewhere. We shall find 50 centimeters. You gotta be kidding me. Give me that and give me something like this. And now I'm gonna grab that. Alright. That guy looks good, while this guy does not. So what we can do in this case is... Come on, can I see something here? Yeah, is do something like that. Which shall... Yeah. Give us some nice feed there. And for that guy, we obviously wanna have it not here, but there. And in this case, we hopefully we're gonna have nice coverage there. Can I get it one block higher? Yep. And now if I put that... and it's one step in. Because what? Because of that. So I need to rebuild it completely. Moving one step to the side. Shit. Alright, well. Let's do that. I'm gonna leave these guys for now to just know where it should belongs. Okay, something like that, something like this. Come on. And something like that. So here we actually should go like that. Now let's rebuild this guy real quick. Here we go. Now, and that guy shall be... Okay, something like that, let's say. Nope, not something like that. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It's fine. It is fine. Here we go. Here we go. And come on. Yeah, like that. Gonna be nice. Yep. And something like this. Finally. Last layer of it, and it should be like that, because now we should be able to... You please. Okay, I see, we need to weld it. That's exactly that situation where space engineers to like to do something inappropriate to my brain. Here we go. Should be good. Let's try. Yep. And now it should be possible to go all the way up. Yeah, let's weld everything here, just to be double sure. And you know what? I think that it's a good idea to use the same approach all the way along, just to be consistent. So something like that, something like this, and oops, something like that. Yeah, that should be it. Here we go. Hey, Hasaka. How are you doing? Key. Looks good and works good so far. And yeah, we can access this guy. Then we need to build some bridge across this hall. But before we do that, we need to think what's gonna go inside of this stuff, because that might answer our question. I think we might need to rebuild this wall in a half wall way. Yep, it is. It is huge, and it looks like I selected the not wrong cave, just cave that gonna keep me busy for a long bloody while. Well, but we're moving, we're getting somewhere slowly. All right, so what we're gonna have here is, I think we can just put a few cables and maybe even do that like somewhere here. Oh, okay, and why can't I? Yeah, let's put just a few cables. Why not, actually? This one and that one. Speaking of the nice stuff, let me show you a few features that we have here. Wiggly wobbly crane, chain crane for your attention. That's actually a storage room and a part of this crane. I'm really proud of it. It never stops. You're right. Never. We have this control room with a kind of hologram table that should show this place as a hologram map. Designed from a bunch of scrap pieces that we have here for now, and a lot of stuff like this. Those ones you probably already seen. They was featured a lot of time. Few unique columns like these ones. Let me show you it in full glory. Again, a lot of bits and pieces coupled together, and kinda looks like a futuristic column. There are a little bit thicker and simpler ones, and that's just two iron thrusters face to face. Yep, I still need to get rid of these all landing pads because we have these new ones that I'm really happy with. Not at moments when I crash some ships, of course, but anyways, I don't want to remove that yet. I might be able to use it as a fireplace or just a reminder of something. But here are more and more places that shall be decorated, that shall be themed towards something like this. Might be a good place for recreation area, you know, but it's gonna be like no. Don't you say that. My imagination is the most limiting factor for all my Space Engineers builds, wherever first one or the first version of the or the second version, something like that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's continue with our cables, shall we? Yep, and we're gonna... What have you done? One more time. We're gonna start from there and go all the way through. Like this. Nice, that's better. Now, we're gonna go like that. That's, by the way, the part of the reason why I really missing mechanical blocks here, because for mechanical stuff, for something kinda... something that has real features in it, my imagination works a lot better
Inventory full.
than for some beautiful stuff like, let's imagine that this is a tube. Or let's imagine that this is a cable. It doesn't work for me that easy as when you need to design something that real works. Yeah, it's it really very static, and even, you know, I even grateful that this chain is become wiggly wobbly, because it adds a little bit of dynamic here. Come on, can I? Why can't I? Oh, I get myself stuck. What an idiot. I see. All right. So what I'm gonna do is grind down this guy, grind down that guy. Now, I should be able to start from the opposite side. Nah, it's not gonna happen. That's not great. Alright, let's do something like... and I will need to paint them later, but that shouldn't be that huge of a deal. At least I hope so. Okay, can I? And I cannot weld that stuff, yeah? Yep, because it's not connected. Which means that somewhere in the middle... Oh, and it's not connected because it's not welded here, and I have no options to access it. That's easy to fix, because we can remove these truss blocks for now.
Inventory full.
Ouch, ouch. Inventory full. I get you, bloody lady. It's welded up there, and we have one of those that are completely in the voxel. Isn't it? It is. I should... It looks like I have to do something like that.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I know that your inventory full. Okay, I can do something like that. Empty a little bit of a space first. Then collect all the bits and pieces that I left here. These ones. I just think that I can fit a full block there, and that will be a way to go. Or half block, you know. Or even... Wait a second. That should be it. By the way, while I have access here, why shouldn't I fix my little problem? Yep. And do something like that. Game. Can I weld this block, please? Yep, thanks a lot. That. This. Let's weld everything we can. Welding this guy, I don't think that that's a thoughtful idea.
Inventory full.
But I'm gonna try anyways. Just because, well, you know me. Alright. From now on, we need to solve our problem there somehow. Ah, yeah, and welding up those guys wasn't a smart thing to do. Because now we shall go with something like that. And where is that stuff? Here it is. And we can put it in something like this orientation. No. Not like that. Come on. Like this. Yep. Which give us another point to actually put there. And we then can continue it there or there if we wish. Now it's gonna be easy to weld all these guys. And it's even might be possible to go through this wall. Is it possible? Looks like it is. For this block, but not for that block. Which means that we have to do another trick like that and put... Come on. This guy... Why you cannot be put like that? What prevents you? Interesting. Interesting. Does it? No, it shouldn't be this stuff. What might prevent you from putting there? We couldn't have anything welded up there. That's an interesting one. No, it believes that something is welded up there and or alternatively that might be that projection that is there. Okay, let's try to maybe get rid of that projection. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Alright, in this case it looks like I have to use I actually can use a trick. Let's go and remove the whole line to this position. Good, and... Oh, wait a second. Is that stuff the problem? Ah, yeah, that's a separate grid. I see. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense, and now we can put it like that. Get rid of this and rebuild it in the correct way. Okay, come on. Let me do that. Game. Be nice. Here we go.
Inventory full.
Of course. Okie dokie. So, let's back to our business, and it was something like that, if I'm not mistaken. They should not be mistaken on that. Nice, and where are those bits and pieces? I almost sure that they fall here, but... never mind. I'll find it later, or they're missed forever. That doesn't matter in this case. Come on, you should be able to do it. No, it doesn't think. It doesn't think that it's connected. Okay, not a big deal. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we can do it like that. Come on. Here we go. Nice. Now. Now. Yeah. Where should be our... place to put the second... Yeah, I see how we can do that. The thing is that we cannot attach it from there, because obviously it's taken, but we can do something like that. And that shall give us an ability to weld it up like this, and everything here. Oh, I even might be able to... Yep, that worked. Nice. Now, speaking of color scheme for these guys, I think that it would be nice to have that one in a red color, because that's gonna be our, let's say, fuel line. Yep, like that. Good. That's gonna be our fuel line there. Here we go. While this guy, I think we're gonna say that it's some kind of, I don't know, technical stuff. Maybe water line, maybe something like that. Anyways, yellow should work there. Okay, and now we should be able to cover it completely with more truss blocks. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, of course, we run out of steel plates. That's nothing surprising. We need a bunch of them. Come on. Here we go. And you. Nice. And this stuff, obviously, also. Come on, what prevents you from getting in a correct position? What? What's wrong with you? Oh, that's better. Alright, and now we can build something like that, and something like actually this, with that stuff in the middle. No, in this case I wanna put it in a little bit different direction, and also few of these guys like there, and there, which might be a good way through. Okay. And of course we run out of steel tubes, but it doesn't matter for now because we have all that stuff, and we can imagine that engineers gonna go there, look through these cables to check that they are not broken, nothing bad happened to them, they're not blown up and stuff like that. And now we can simply continue this guy here, and where is it? That guy all the way there to kinda simulate our networks, our power network, and I don't know what's that, some technical network, let's say. Yep, but that's gonna be done a little bit later when I have a little bit of break. Let me do a little bit of parkour there. Put it in this direction for you to observe, and I'll be back in a minute, folks. Okie dokie, I'm back. So, easy. Don't fall there. So. If we have our entrance here, that means we shall move it further like that. But to do this, I'm not gonna remove that block for now. I'm gonna just continue like that all the way to this position. Why not? Because here our lines shall go there and there. And it looks thoughtful to do something like that and something like this, just to have that attachment points for now, because we need to put exactly those lines all the way through, and they're not going to be attached there, which means we need some attachment point on this side. Alrighty. It might look silly there though. Might not. So they should be put in a bottom. Yeah, that what I meant. I run out of suit energy and immediately start losing health. Oh my goodness. Okay. Back to our business. Let's put these guys. They was in a kind of position like that. I believe. Why can't you attach there? What prevents you from attaching? You have only one. Okay, well, I suppose we don't have other options, so we're gonna go something like, and if I put it like that, it's not gonna attach anywhere, which is not good, and it also shall be one block higher, otherwise it's yeah, I see how I can do that. How I can do that in easier way. Come on. Let's do something like that. Now decline 2 of those and try to put our tubes. Okay, it should be yeah, it should be something like that, but we can't fit it there. We need to cover that stuff somehow. So let's do that. Nope, that block should left as it is. Okay, and now it should be possible. Okay, I see. I get you. Bloody stuff. Come on. Why can't you? Oh, yeah, you can. Finally. That's a good one. And we don't have any attachment points there, which is not good. Which is not good at all. Alright, so we can do something like that and put our big tube somewhere there, hopefully. And all the way to this side. From this side though, we need to do the same exact stuff. Here we go. That stuff should be welded back. Come on. Like that. Good. And now let's just finish this one. What? Ah. Shit, this block misplaced. Aha. That's not good. That's not good at all. Because if we take a look here, it sticks. Which means... Aha, because I misplaced it there. Ah. Okay. Can you please be in a correct position there? And in a correct position here, obviously. Yeah, now it's smooth and good. And it shall be like that. Here we go. That's a lot better. And now, how can I work around these guys? You know what? We can just go like that. Come on. Yeah, of course. And like this. Yep, that should give us... That should give us something nice here. And there we can go just like that. And then just like this, and it should be good. Let's build it up. Now we shall be able to put that small tube all the way there. Nice. Let's just continue the same exact pattern on the opposite side. It should be like that. Should be like this. Come on. Yep. Seriously. Okay. That's it. Now I think I'm gonna weld all these tubes first. Then paint them and then cover with something else. Cover with those truss blocks. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to weld them, otherwise it's gonna be a huge problem later on to weld them when they covered, because those truss blocks will be on our way. Like this. Okay. Now, colors. This stuff shall be in yellow color. Oh, by the way, to make it a little bit more connected in color scheme, we can do something like that. And for the small ones, we can go like this. Ouch. That wasn't my idea to paint that stuff. By the way, we can go like that here. Yep. That shall be good. Okie dokie. That's it. That's probably the way we're looking for. And the only stuff I shall do now is to cover that stuff completely, like that. Obviously weld everything up, which shall give us an ability to put those tubes across.
Inventory full.
Nice. Now let's put tubes across. To do that, we need to get rid of these guys. And where it shall be... let me temporarily put a little bit of these guys just to see where it shall start. Yeah, something like that. So now we're gonna go there. We're gonna put it somewhere here and go all the way through like that. Good. And for these ones, or thick ones, we're gonna go like that. Okie dokie. Welding them up, painting them, and covering with those truss blocks. That should be it.
Inventory full.
It's gonna be nice to order a little bit more. The next 1,000 of steel plates, we're gonna need those. I see. We're gonna need a bit more of those. One more, I mean. Yeah, that's the main problem with Space Engineers 2 and its ability to decorate stuff. I see, I cannot fit there to put this guy, so let me do that in this way. Yep, that's it, and this is it. Okie dokie, that stuff welded, this stuff welded. So now we need to just cover it like that. Can I please? Yeah, have it like that. And probably to this position. Yeah, that should be good. Now.
Inventory full.
Now. Shit, I forgot to paint them, didn't I? I did. Okay, let's try to work that around in this way. Shall be possible.
Suit energy low.
Let's take a look. Yep, it is possible. Magnificent. So we don't need to grind those guys down, because we can just go and do something like that. Come on, everything welded? Nope. Not everything painted, though. Now should be good. Yep, now it is good. Alright, on the bus side of... first we need to fix this little problem. By the way, why should I use those if I can just use a catwalk here, which will look a lot better? Emo. Yep, and now just a catwalk, please. Like that. I'm not sure that we actually need those stuff on sites. What we can do instead is use just two of these guys. Yep. And of course they not gonna be symmetrical, yeah? Only if I put them like this. Easy. Where was the second bump? Yep, and now we can just color it differently, which shall give us a nice view here. Yeah, that's better. That's definitely better. Now, for this position, we're gonna get rid of you. Put a little bit more of those tubes. Something like... Come on, come on. Something like that. And what prevents you from welding it? Here we go. Here we go. Like that. And like this. Yep, that's the way to go. Come on. Why can't you put the... Oh shit, this tube is too high, you wanna say, yeah? Alright, what if we put it like this? Let's try to weld it up and see how it looks. Well, it's possible to go there, but I can't say that I'm happy with this. With this approach. I might need to rebuild it. But maybe later on. Not right now. Let's put two of those guys. Like that, like this, and of course you're not gonna be put like that. Okay, well, I suppose that shall be our way for now. I'm probably gonna rebuild this tube offline. Alrighty. Let's remove that. And what I think might be not too silly stuff to do is to use these guys all the way along that stuff, because I mean along those lines, because that's a technical bay and that's a technical stuff, so it makes a lot more sense than... Yeah, let's put it like that for now. There shall be our wall. No, it's not gonna fit there.
No suit energy.
Again, and of course I can't see anything. What? Alright, that's better. And now there should be a way down. And we have a little bit of light there. So, we actually need lights all the way across our base. But let's finish that first. Okie dokie. If we go like this, it will be nice to go like that across here also. Isn't it? Come on. Come on. Okie dokie. Not okie dokie. One more. Here we go. Yeah, that should be it. All the way like this, and a few of these abominations also. Inventory full. Nice one. I can just shovel all these resources into this stuff. Yep, here is our things. Good. And now just let's just put those like that. Weld them up. Why not? We have resources in inventory to shovel somewhere, and 2 of those now. Okie dokie, and let's go like that. Alrighty, so we have this technical bay. I'm not gonna weld these guys completely just to not waste time and resources. I'm gonna just outline them. Something like that. And something like... By the way, should I cover that stuff completely with floor pieces, or we good like that? That's a good question. Because, you know, that's a technical base on a distant planet. So covering it completely might make not too much sense, to be honest. So here I wanna do something with this block, and what I wanna do with it is probably go something like that and something like this. And make it a bit easier to walk. Okay, that shall be not bad. And now we can just cover it with these guys. Oops. Yeah, here we need that guy. Later on, it might be just like that. Just like this. Good there, good here. We need a couple of these guys. This orientation and... come on. Come on. In that orientation. Well, that's misplaced. Definitely. What's going on here? Why can't I put you? Ah, I see why. Because you should be like that. Okay, and for that stuff, we're gonna go like that all the way through. Yeah, probably to this position. Nice stuff. For that position, though, we kinda have this gap on the bottom, but that's fine. That should be totally fine. We might wanna cover it, might not. That doesn't matter. Key. Key. You know what? I'm happy without covering it completely with wall pieces or stuff like that. I think it looks okay-ish. Let's just finish that. Yeah. Sorry, another sneeze attack. Way sudden one. Alright, so here we should go like that. There, something like this. For that place, though, should be like that. And finally here, should be covered just like this. Yep, that shall do the trick for us. And now I need a bunch of tubes to build at least these guys, because I wanna see how it will look in a fully welded approach. In a fully welded view. And of course we ran out of steel tubes before I was able to do that. Okay, let's do a little bit of cleanup on our base, because we have a bunch of different stuff placed all around and we don't have any steel tubes. So let's order, I don't know, 500. Yeah, shall be good. Give me at least something. That. This. Speaking about cargo access, it looks like a smart idea to replace this piece of conveyor with this piece of conveyor. In this case, we can access our cargo just from there. Nice thin. Here we go. And now a little bit of color job, of course. No. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong color. Let me grab the right one somewhere. It's probably not too different by the look of it, but no, that's the same color. Okay, well, good to know. Here we go. It isn't welded, is it? No, it is welded. Why doesn't accept color in this case? Does color on this block broken or what? It doesn't seem like a fully welded block though. None of them. I mean, they too shiny to be fully welded. Looks like they are broken. Wait a second, but wait a second, let me take a look. No, I fully welded them here. But why it doesn't work there? That's an interesting one. And it's... I mean, it's obvious that it's not welded completely. And it still don't wanna be welded completely. You know what? Let me do one stuff. And reload the save. Might be that helps. That's an alpha, you know, so things like this possible. And it looks like we're definitely pushing it beyond the limits. So we'll see how it ends up being. Just hope that it's gonna fix this problem for now. real soon. Because otherwise, well... Key, where is that? Oh, and they just become... Ah, yeah, we need to wait a little bit while game updates voxels for us, but they were built up completely. It was just a little bit of a visual glitch. Come on, game, update those voxels for me. Thanks a lot. All right. The rest I'm gonna weld up later on. The only thing I wanna do here is probably cover that place because, you know, that's a control center and it should be covered. Key. So what we gonna do here? We have to leave somewhere something there, but we can do, yeah, something like that. Why? You wanna say, aha, I see it sticks too far. Wait a second. Yeah, and it should be placed not in this position, but in that position instead. One little block higher. Something like this. Should be alright. That's the position where we probably wanna use these guys. I mean, cool ones. Something like that. We might rebuild it later on, but for now we're gonna just use them.
Inventory full.
Because we need some attachment points all the way along here. Like that. Now let's weld those walls. And the suit energy low. Here we go. It's covered there. Now I wanna use something interesting here, and I probably like to go with this approach. We can put half walls. We cannot put it there, obviously, but we can put it to this position. And now we can use these guys, but full ones, like that. And another half walls on its sides. Like this. That's gonna be a problem to cover it there, but again, we can just reuse something for that. And now another layer of standard walls in this orientation, though. That in the middle of them, I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh, wait a second. No. I don't want to use these blocks. Instead, I want to go and do something like this. In terms of enforcement here, you know. Here we go, like that. I don't like this hole. That's not great. That looks like we're gonna have to use small ones. Yes, something like this easy. No, why should I use half blocks in this case if I can just... Come on. Yep. If I can just use full ones and do the stuff like... Come on. Why can't you... Yeah. What? What prevents you from putting it in a full size? Something like that. Oh, seriously? What a... Ah. Yep. That's the way down. All right. Having nice lighting become a critical stuff already. Otherwise, I'm gonna die sooner or later. Come on, jump. Alright, so in terms of lights, shall we start from the bottom? Yeah, we probably should. I'm gonna return to that stuff later on, I promise, but for now, we need to solve this critical problem. All of them... wait a second, before I do that, we need to go into control panel and search for lights and cargo terminal light. That's okay. Interior lights. What are these ones? So let's group those ones first. And it's gonna be cargo terminal lights. Now let's go for these ones, and those gonna be screens, lights. Now the only question is, who are these two? Who are they? Where they are? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure that I ever put any lights like that. Anywhere. Oopsie daisy. What is that? Those are screens. Well, alright, if I cannot remember, we're gonna do just something like... unknown lights and figure out that later on. Key. Now. Yeah, I need some of those construction components, and I need to order definitely a lot more. Something like 500 should be sufficient. Here we go. One light for us there. I don't wanna put too much lights because that might be a little bit of a problem for performance and stuff like that, but we need just enough to see what we are doing and stuff like that. Okie dokie, that's a lot better. If I turn off my headlight, Yep, that's not bad. For this space, we'll see how we can perform that. Yes, for now, I wanna limit ourselves to these lights. To standard lights, let's say. Okay, you gotta go somewhere there. Come on. Here we go. Should light up this stuff. Now for that position, where we wanna have those lights. Nowhere, I believe. As well as here. Because those lights are really useful for ladders and stuff like that. Okay. Now we're gonna go further and finally use something different. And saying something different, I mean these lights. Let's start from these positions. Like that and like that. Let's see how it looks. A little bit of ambient lights. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's continue this pattern here, and it's probably shall be the part of blueprint of these guys, but you know me. Okie-dokie. And come on, come on. Alrighty-ish. Yep, that looks not bad. Oh, here is my missed place. Missed plates, yeah. For this corner, I don't know. We're gonna think about this later on. Okay, a little bit of ambient lights here. Oh, hey Flitzer. It's been a while. How are you doing? For this place. For this place we shall go probably with just 2 lights, and the only thing to place them in a symmetrical way. Like this. Come on. Like that. Yep. Light up this place nice and bright. You know, nothing major to complain about. So, alright also. Okay, for this place, though, I think we can utilize only the highlights. We might put it like that, then something like this, and no, I actually thought to so 1, 2, 3, each should be right there. 1, 2, and 3, each should be right here. Magnificent. Great. For that stuff, we probably shall weld that stuff on a top first. But we can utilize this space already. Something like this. For that position, I don't know, to be honest. Probably wanna... What was... that's our morning already, I see. I probably wanna go with just something like that. We need a bit of steel plates. Shit.
Inventory full.
For days now to find uranium, and your mod don't make it any easier. Well, which one of my mods? Let's put it in this direction. I don't think that heat management system can affect search for uranium. So you're probably talking about that H2 reel or border of gravity. Oh, you actually decided to go with the full set. Well, yeah, in this case, that's gonna be a tough one. Oh, I missed a light here. Yeah, I did. Can I hit it somewhere there? I probably should be able to do that. But, well, I suppose you wanted a realistic experience. And looks like you got it.
Inventory full.
Didn't you? Okie dokie. Like that. Like this. And like that. Alright. Now let's turn off that stuff again. Land somewhere there. Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks not bad, but a little bit darker here that I prefer. How can I add a little bit of ambient light there? Okay, I probably should go and do something like put all of those into main lights group. Main lights. And now add a little bit of ambient stuff. And saying that, I mean something like this. Just a couple, you know, not much. As well as something like that. Maybe something like this. Yep, that shall do. Now let's weld them up and then try to make them an ambient lights. It's the first time that I nearly only use drones and relay. Well, you know, when you're on a hostile planet somewhere far away from the Earth, that's not the silly stuff to do. Not the silly stuff at all. Okie dokie. Now, I wanna take place somewhere right there. Where I can access some control panel. Now from this position it wouldn't look good. Alright, in this case I just shall be there. Now, lights. And we're gonna call them ambient lights. Good. And now color. I wanna make it. What's gonna be a main color for this base? Maybe reddish. Why not? And brightness, let's lower to something real small, like 12. Okay, now turning off that stuff. Considering that it become more, not reddish, but more like pinkish, I'm not sure that I like this color. Alright. Let's go one more time and maybe do something like that. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I really missing all the light settings from Space Engineers 1. But you know, that's not a bad looking stuff. Not a bad looking stuff at all. For these screen lights, I probably wanna change them to holotable lights. I wanna just yank this stuff and go to screen lights, put it there and limit its brightness to something like 30, because they're too bloody bright. Yay! Yay! That's the stuff we're looking for here. Okay. Now what I think we're gonna do, we're gonna extend these ambient lights a little bit more. And I probably wanna put them under the tables there. Is it possible? It is possible. Nice. So, but not like that, like this instead. And like that, and come on. Like this. That shall be it. They're gonna be kinda hidden, but also, at least I hope, that they're gonna be visible. And quiche. For this stuff, yeah, that's the way to go. And something like that. Something like this. Also something like that. And now let's yeah, let's access it. Can I? No, I cannot move it into group. And if I do something like that, I see. But what if I do something like that, and then select this group, that group, and ungroup selected blocks. Remove blocks from group. Interesting. So we have options to remove from groups. We have options to add groups, but we have no options to add blocks to the group. Is that right? Bloody stuff. Okay, we can go like that for now. Kinda just take a peek how it will look. Yeah. That's probably exactly, or not exactly. I want to make them a bit more. Let's get rid of this group. And why you decided to open all of them? Okay, let's say that this one's gonna be table ambient lights, and let's increase it to maybe 30. My idea was to light up these chairs a little bit, but that's... well, it works when there is a wall behind it, and it doesn't work when it is not. Alright, anyways, it's time to continue sealing here, but first, guess what? Exactly, I want to have a little bit of rest, so I'm gonna do something like that, and be back in a minute. Okie dokie, we are back. So, let's get some energy first. Where is my way down? That might be a good place for another light. I wanna see something. And I wish to put it in this orientation to kinda light up ladders a little bit. Maybe like that. And can I fit it there? I could, if there will be some attachment point. How we can utilize that? We might do something like probably that, but that will look silly, isn't it? Or it's fine. Let me try to put these lights first and then see something like that, and we can do just something like this.
Suit energy low.
Yeah, I know. That's suit energy low. Wait a second, bloody lady. Key. Okie dokie. Now let's try to configure it. Let's copy. We cannot copy it from here, but we can copy it from here and paste there. And if I now turn off my lights, yep, that's looks a little bit hellish, of course, but that's fine, you know, that's totally fine. And from that we can go there. And we need a little bit more lights here. For this position though, let me, can I access that stuff somehow and put those lights in the key? Let's say that's gonna be our, oh my goodness, why? Stairs, ambient lights, like that. Now, for this stuff, I'd like to go with an approach, probably like that, like this, and like that. That shall give us nice light here. That's gonna be our main lights. Easy game, don't fall. Thanks a lot. Key. What if I now turn off this stuff? Not bad, we got some lights there, but we're missing some lights here, and now I need to somehow learn where we want to put them. So it should be this group of blocks, and I want to put them in something like this position. Like that, and come on, like this. I see. These ones are misplaced. They should be put like that. Good. And here should be one more. Just like that. All right. Oh, oops. Missed one more. one more here. Yep. Firstly, Flitzer, I'm not sure what that VB stands for. Wanna believe that it's stands for very beautiful, but no, I'm not that selfish to believe in that. And secondly, yep, that's a chain. It's wiggly wobbly, and it's wiggly wobbly totally and continuously. But Clank is happy, and I was even afraid that it might break up during safe load procedure, but it's fine. It's fine. Nothing bad happened for it. There are several interesting decisions. For example, if you take a look at these lights, they are kinda at angle, and considering we don't have any mechanical blocks to achieve the right angle, they just hold by putting that at angle into some voxel, one battery on it, and a bunch of lights. Yeah. Oh, welcome back. I see. That works. That works also. Alright, I think it's gonna be nice to put a little bit of these guys. One more here, and now on the opposite side we need more of those. So it is put there. We can go like that. We can go like this, like that, and like that. Now the question is, do I want these lights to be reddish? I probably do. However, that's a main lights. Now let's left them as is right now. Let's left them as is. Anyways, we need to grab a little bit more energy. Here we go. Now let's go all the way back. You know what? I really like a color palette we achieved there. Blue and red lights work nice together. Alrighty, let's continue this abomination, shall we? We need something less. Come on, like that. Now we should be able to do something like this. Good. And okay, from which position it should start to achieve the nice angle? I believe from this one. Something like that. And what? Oops, daisy. That was a mistake. Actually, that's gonna be nice to weld it up first. Yes, later on that will be a problem. Of course, steel plates. Are those? Here are they. And that stuff should go there. E. Something like this. Yep. Now, These guys should go all the way there. And finally, let's finish it like that. This and that should be good. Yep, it blends nicely there, and we can just copy this style to the opposite side. Something like that all the way along, like that. Now we need these guys. Like that. Back to our walls. What? Something like this. And finally, full walls here. Like that. Yep. That shall be our breach. Not breach, that's oh, wait a second, that's not good. That's not good. Shit, I placed them incorrectly. Alright, I'm gonna solve that soon. Because, yeah, we need to get rid of all these guys and rebuild them. Because it was nice there, but it should be smooth here. Key. That, like this. Come on. Nice. And the last one. Nope, that one. Like that. Great. Yeah. Now we have it, and I'm just thinking, do I want to weld it up right now or later on? Can do that later on, just to not waste time on stream. And here I want to fill this gap with something like this. That. These guys we can weld, they are easy to weld, only 2 steel plates. You know what, I probably wanna weld up this middle part and think on blending it to the window.
Inventory full.
That might be a good stuff to do. A bunch of steel plates, of course.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Now, how we can blend it here? I think we actually can do something silly and just copy all this stuff like that, like this. Now, if I put it here, It's... Don't wanna fit. Obviously. Because of that window. Alright. What we can do in this case is to copy only one line. Something like that, something like this. Put it there. Let's put you in a correct orientation. And it's not gonna fit here. I see. Alright. Well, in this case, it means that further on we shall do that manually. Like that. This. Good. From this position we cannot go there. E. But we should be able to put it... Nah, we are not able to do that. That's not great. That's not helpful. What we can do probably is to do something like that. Because I obviously don't like this corner. Come on. You should be able to fit there. Here we go. Nice. Now, let's continue our journey here, shall we? So, we need to put like one block here, one block there, but we need a different one because... Okay, let's do something like that first. So, from this position, we shall use these blocks. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And I think you probably seen that video about it that kinda should be warning you in ahead of time that it's gonna be like that. You're gonna need a lot of power to produce H2, and the thing is that that's realistic because yeah. All right. How are we gonna go there? Probably we might go like this, or might be a good thing. Yeah. Let's get rid of that, and now. Can do something like this. For this position, for all of the rest stuff, we shall go with these guys, like there, like here. I don't know why I'm doing that, because nobody probably gonna see it, this corner, but you know. That's not gonna stop me. That and the last one. Come on, let me fit it there. Game. I wanna fit it. Shoot. All right, we might do something like that. That might be a good thought to do. Here we go. And now, come on, let me achieve that position. And now we should be able to do something like that. Come on. Yep, like that and like this. But we need to put it right there. Good. Come on. One little block at a time. Suit energy low. Okay, now we can use that trick. Remove those blocks. Build everything underneath. And here we go. I should no, you know, that's fine. That's fine. That works. Works for me. Okay, let's at least not outline, but weld completely these guys, because I wanna see how it will look. Totally welded up.
Inventory full.
We don't need that for now. And we need as much as possible of those. E. We can actually do something like this. Why? What prevents you from welding it in this position? I see. That's impossible, unfortunately. We shall do that from the first person view. E. I don't think that we have corner pieces of glass. Actually, we might. I shouldn't say that. So let's take a look. Can we do that or not? Okay, now we need a bunch of glass. Oh, and we don't have enough. So just as always, 500 pieces. It actually ended up being 6, but that's fine. That should be fine. Give me all these precious pieces. All right, now what we can do?
No suit energy.
Oh, for real. All right. Of course, I forgot completely about that. You see, I really missing that piece in the middle of low suit energy and no suit energy that we have in Space Engineers 1 when it's when she says suit energy critical or something like that. That's a really missing piece here. Key. Here we go, and we should. Yay, we have it. Nice. So we can fit it right there. Like that. Should be nice. Yep. We obviously not sealed this place, and if some wrongdoer wanna get there, he can. He can do something like this. But I just don't wanna make it silly here, so I wouldn't bother doing that, or would I? Wait a second. I have an interesting, hopefully interesting idea. What if we put half block here and then try to use landing gear and battery and a projector to print a ship? Guess what? My batteries went kaboom. Well, yeah, projectors are very power hungry, so that's not a surprise. That's not a surprise at all. Try to provide it with some way to dissipate heat. In this case, it should be nice. To be honest, shit, it doesn't fit here, does it? Nah, it does not. Alright. To be honest, I really look forward my own playthrough with all those hit mechanics. The thing is that I need to finish another mod to do that. And that probably will take a little bit of time. Considering situation. But sooner or later, and hopefully sooner than later, it definitely will happen. Yeah, I don't have any steel plates on me. Key.
Inventory full.
Something like that. Key. Now it's impossible to fit there, which is nice, which makes me happy. For this position, though, I think we can utilize those guys. Yep. And come on, come on, come on, fit there. No? Shoot. It cannot. Alright, anyways. No, not anyways. We can actually fit there. Alrighty. In this case, no other options except for reusing these guys. Alright. How it feels now? Yep, feels good. You cannot get through that hole, which is fine. It won't prevent you from throwing something like a gas grenade in, but, you know, that's such a corner case, so I'm not gonna bother about that. Okie dokie. That stuff I'm gonna weld up later on. Because, yep, why not? Now, let's take a look from this position. We're missing walls here. A bunch of walls. Yeah, reactor ones. My nemesis, you know. Because it take a lot of time already, and it's gonna take even more time. And the most problem is to have that time spent. Here we go, something like that. Something like that, and now let's go like this. That might be too flat. Don't like it. That's the typical stuff, you know. It's like with money. You have either money or time to spend them. So that's how it works constantly. Okie dokie. So here, yeah, actually, let's put them all the way up. And something like that should be good. Huh. That might be the case. Yep, never thought about that, but it looks like not too silly idea to go with something like that. Then we can put... Yeah, let's put side pieces first. Like that, and... Come on, like this. And then in between we can put one of these guys. Like that. Or maybe even I wanna... Yeah, it should look alright, you know? It should look totally alright. If I do something like that. Something like this and something like that. Okie dokie. That looks nice. So now if we continue the same pattern here, should be alright. Will it fit here though? Yeah, it shall fit here. Alright. So, where was those windows? Yep, something like that. They're gonna be half stuff. This one we're missing completely, like that. Ah, but here we're gonna go with one, and maybe just corner pieces here. Why you don't want to fit? Yep, like that. Nice. Not corner, I meant half piece there. Okay, and now we can do something like that. And here we might go with something like this. And to fit those spaces, we're gonna use just a standard walls. Like that. Like this. Ouch. Like that. Here we should think about something like probably half wall here, and there we're gonna cover it with something else, as well as here. But for the rest we can go like that. Good. Now for these pieces, I think that yep, we have these small beautiful windows that will fit there just as a charm. Here we go. Okay, let's weld this part. Kinda see how it looks. Okie dokie. And now we need a bunch of glass. Actually, we had some, but you know, it's never enough. Ooh. We have that beautiful, beautiful sunrise. It's a bit more beautiful on a Verdure, on an Earth-like planet, but here on Kamek, it's especially in these windows reflections, it looks just magnificent. Love it. Okay, dokie. Here we go. Yep, need a bit more of these guys.
Full.
Well, yep, it looks not bad at all. And now, we need to cover that stuff. And I think we actually can go the same exact manner. Following the same exact pattern here. Alright, so what do we need is to do something like that. And now switch to the full ones. Something like... is it the correct position? Second. Yeah, it should be a correct position. That and like this. Here though, no. Here though, I wanna have full windows. Because when you moving upstairs, it's nice to see something, isn't it? Yeah, that should be good one. That should be a good one. And if we accomplish it like that, with the half wall between, it should be just nice. Now here we should go like this. Here we should go like... Where is that position? Here it is. Hopefully. Like that. And like that. And here we need to think how to blend them. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that.
Suit energy
Let's
flow.
fill this stuff. And that stuff. And now something like that. This. Yep. And nope. Like that. And now here we can go like... Hey, actually, why not? I'm gonna just cover it completely like this. Should be nice. Now, here, there, and finally here, and there. It should be in the same exact manner. Like that. Oops, like this. And here we should solve it. Alrighty. That looks like a separate building, to be honest. But considering it looks towards hangar, or at least landing pads, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. It's a bit more... It's a bit squarish, to be honest. But we might think how to solve that later on when have more landing pads here. By the way, why shouldn't I start copying those and... you know, I should probably admit that we have to remove all these fire pieces. At least we know how to make new ones. At least we know that. Okay. Anyways, with that stuff, is it done? It misses. It missing some of those lights. It missing some decorations. This technical bay. Or technical floor, whatever we call it. But in general, it more or less ready. The only thing that should be done here is finishing this layer in between. And that might be a problem considering these windows. Oh. I might have to knock them out and rebuild in a lower manner. I don't think that it's possible to go half block lower, but it shall be possible to get to go full block lower. Actually, let me have a short break. Oh, and I never replaced these ones. That bothers me beyond any limits. And I'm gonna die. No? Seriously? Interesting. So you wanna say that I might be able to get back? Nah, I don't think so. My health is too low. And here we go. Arthur, if you're still watching, you should see that I not betrayed your expectations and we have a first death. Hopefully that's gonna be all the deaths for today. Could you please stop rolling, you bloody stuff? Stop, right. Okay, it is transparent for my character. So yeah, let's wait while it stops, and eventually it should do it somewhere. At least I hope so. That it will stop before disappearing. That's a funny one. That's a funny one indeed. Funny moment. Okay, come on. Oh, it stopped. Finally, we can grab all our 100 pieces of glass and continue our work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so what I was about to say, that I wanna get a little bit of break, and then I'll be back to continue solving problems here. And speaking of solving problems, we need to solve this problem with Windows, because they are not too great looking. For now, though, I wanna sit somewhere right here and provide you with a view on the rest of the base. Like that, like this, and I'll be back in a minute. Okie dokie. We are back. Back to the business. So, firstly I need to clean my inventory. Because we're gonna grind these windows. And then think how to rebuild them in a proper way.
Inventory full.
Inventory full, okay. Lay right there, don't go anywhere. Please. Let's put them in a correct place though. And these guys there. Good. Now, let's grab this piece while I still remember about it. And now think how we can save some space here. We probably might go with these ones. Not these ones, obviously, but... yeah, that ones. Maybe something like that. And that will save us exactly one line, which is actually good. Can I fit it? Wait a second. It shall be able to fit there, like that. Doesn't seem so. Alright, let's try maybe like this. Come on. Come on, you should be able to do it. Why? What we have our favorite problem here. Don't we? We do, by the look of it. Interesting. So it don't wanna fit there because of this stuff. Key, a little bit more of grinding job, and then we'll try again. Here we go. Come on. You should be able to fit there. What the heck? Not like that. Something like this. Come on. Come on. Yeah, now it fits. Alright. Well, good to know that we should work that around somehow. And we should work it around somehow here also. Okay. Alright. Let's talk that we have it there. Can we achieve another layer there? Is it possible at all? It might be if I rebuild this block with something else. For real. Alright. Okay. With something like that. Here we go. It doesn't fit completely though. So we might be not able to put that block. Key. Let's put a full one here. Just for now, you know. To have that attachment point. We're gonna think about covering it later on. Key. You, little guy. Can you fit there? Yeah, now you can. Good. But It's not gonna be easy job. However, we can go in this approach. And for technical bay, it might be even suitable look. And it should break the surface here also, which would be nice. So let's continue and see how it will look at the end. Like that, like this, and finally one more, yep, and this one. Come on, here we go. All right, that's kinda works. That kinda works. Now we can go with wait a second, with these guys. Can we? No. We need you in something like this position. Stick too far. All right. But what if we put you in a middle position here? Something like that, maybe. That might be the case if we put it in a middle position here also. Something like that. And we probably should be able now to go like this, that, and come on, like this. It's not a middle position. It's not a middle position at all. It's a lot further there. All right, I see. Let's try to put it like that then. We obviously might work with that stuff also later, but for now I wanna just achieve this thing. Let's cancel that one. Put a little bit more of this guy here and finish it like that. Okay. That looks kinda okay-ish. Now for this block. Or we wanna left it as is. You know what? Let's firstly get rid of that guy and put correct window there. Where it shall be here, and we can go all the way back. Yep, we can fit this one here right now. No, not in this position. In that position? Ah, yeah, we need this one. I get it. Like that. Incorrect. Yeah, it is incorrect. Shoot. Let's see. So, one more time. That corner should be like this, by the look of it. Come on. should be able to fit there. Ah, what's wrong with you? Okay, where are those? No, it should be in this position. Like that. Yeah? Yeah. Looks nice. Let's grab some energy and weld it up. Here we go. Or we shall start from these ones. Game playing dirty tricks on me with components again, as it always do after death. So let's grab back our glass.
Inventory full.
Yeah, that actually looks like a way to go. Here we go. Kinda breaks the surface here. Alright, now, what do I need now? Firstly, access it through something nice, like that, and grab a lot more of those. Okie dokie. Here we go. Yep, it actually should do. It actually should work. So from that position we can go with the same exact windows, but a bit further in, like this step further in, and it should be good. And in this case we shouldn't have any problems filling these guys, should we? Something like that. No. Oh, wait a second. No way, it should be one block deeper. If we go one block deeper, it's gonna stick there a little bit more, but it's better than this abomination, because it should be like that. Alright, let's try. Let's get rid of all this and try one more time to fit the correct size. Yes, I don't want to mess around with those blocks without necessity. Why can't you just be in a correct position here, like that? I see what's going on here. If we put it like this, it's gonna be too deep. But what if we go like that? And from this position start putting those guys. Come on. Yeah, something like that. Should be okay-ish, I hope. That, like this, like that, and like this. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I really like that stuff. Alright, let's build it up again. And take a peek how it looks. E. Nice. Yeah, that shall do. That shall do. Of course, I run out of some steel plates. Of any steel plates, actually. Okay, and now we can weld it up. Yep, and now it's gonna be a lot easier to cover all that stuff. The same exact manner. I do think that we're gonna have a lot more space that we need for all these guys here, but... Oh, and we actually probably gonna have to move this guy a lot further, because we're gonna have a lot bigger construction units here, like that one we have, I believe. Yeah, like this one. Yep, we can put it somewhere here, for example, to attach that stuff to it later on. That one we have. For these small guys, I mean personal use blocks, I think we're gonna go somewhere else. Somewhere else, like in a living quarters. Those should be on the next floor. Or I wanna put it in a different direction. Nah. I haven't blown up anything, but I actually managed to die once. And it cannot be fit here because there will be windows. Let's outline that stuff with windows, probably. Why not, actually? Why not? So, it shall go like that. Like this. Yeah. Alright. That actually might do. If I find the correct position. Yeah. Come on. Like that. Here we go. Uh-huh. Should we continue that way or switch to something else? You know what? I think it shall look okay. Even, oops, even if I put it like that and like this. What? Yeah, like this. Yeah, it should look okay-ish. We're gonna have a bit thicker reinforcement stuff, reinforcement pieces, but it looks okay-ish. Let's try to find the right one here. Put it like that. Or how we put it there? Yeah, exactly like this. Good. And in this case, it shall go all the way here. Or even like that. Shall be good. We might work out the door or something like that later on and put Why later on, actually? Really, why later on? If we can do that immediately here. So, to do this, we need one of those guys, like that. One of these guys, like this. Oh, you did find that big spider again? Or he find you? Anyways, I'm glad to hear that you're meeting old friends. There though, I kinda wanna go like that, and maybe accomplish it with something like this, and add one of those here. Alrighty-ish. That's gonna be nice stuff. And for this little balcony, of course, we need a piece of safety, which, I mean, these guys. All the way like that. Yeah. That shall be it. Now, let's see how those guys gonna blend here. They shall be alright. Yeah, blend nicely. Yeah, and we should start filling this place also. Which I probably gonna do next time, because we're running out of time for today. But first, I really wanna weld up these guys and see how it will look. So, Bloody Terrans found him. Oh, he just... that according to the big plan. I see. Well, if everything goes around according to your plan, so... you shouldn't complain. It's not a bloody Tyrannus, it's nicely planned Tyrannus. Here we go. Let's weld up these two guys. I might consider replacing some of those with ladders later on, with stairs, I mean, but for now, those ramps looks nice. So, yeah. Okay, it's time to grab some energy. And to do that, I need to fly all the way to the bottom. Oh. Let's grab glass and weld up those windows. 57. Seriously? Nope. It's just your bad attitude, Arthur. Complaining is not your job. Okie dokie. So. Okie dokie. Now, what we need for the door? Steel plates, a little bit of electronic parts, and a little bit of motors. So this guy's gonna go here. We're gonna grab one of those, one of this, and a bunch of those. Here we go. Door is ready, and we need to build just a few things here, like that and like this. And now a bunch of tubes. You're gonna go there, you're gonna go back, and you're gonna go back also. Here we go. Now, obviously, a little bit of color. And I mean this one. Like that, because they should be nicely visible. They are safety pieces, after all. Yep. That looks okay-ish. Good. Really happy with that. Well, folks, I think I'm gonna wrap up this episode for now, because I shall finish. Thanks, Arthur. To hire you to do all that work. It makes me tired just watching you sweat. Nah, it's not that sweaty job yet. Especially when I look at all this space that we need to cover somehow. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this episode, because I need to finish a lot of chores here before getting any further. And I really hope that next time we'll continue further and finally get to the position where we're gonna build a crew quarter. Because that would be a point when I'll ask or offer you to help me, because I wanna do that in a way that we define a nice size that we need for any room, and you will be able to submit your ideas to that, because that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be real fun. Anyways, what I wanna do offline before the next episode is to rebuild that these windows, putting them in this position, because that's beautiful. Then rebuild all this line to kind of provide us with a way to do everything we need. Complete this windows line. What else? Weld everything there. Rebuild this stuff to put our tube in a correct position, that it not stick as an erected dick here. To achieve kind of view like this. Maybe extend lighting a little bit to this position. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. And also it would be nice. I can't commit on that, because that's a lot of work already. But if I have time, I would like to extend that stuff and put few more runaways with landing pads, but this time in a kind of cross-line order, to not bother with this mass of ground of the soil. Yeah. And then we'll move further. So, with that done, and much more to do, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for bearing with me. I hope you enjoying this not little already, but still journey. And yeah, something like that. See you, folks. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.